The Arnold Classic 2026 is here in Columbus, Ohio, and me and the Boostcamp founders are here to show you guys some of the coolest things in fitness right now. After a lengthy little flight, I finally arrived in Ohio, Columbus, and I'll be checking in at my hotel and where I'll be staying for the next few days in the Arnold Classic. But before we do anything, we're going to have a quick bite because I'm obviously not going to be skipping my workouts. Here, I'm going to be busting out my program I made on Boostcamp. It's called Poor Man's Therapy, and I'll be getting in a modified and somewhat short pull workout just because the hotel here is quite limited in its equipment, but nonetheless I can still get a workout in, and so I'm going to be doing just that. So to be starting our back workout, I'm going to be choosing a single arm dumbbell row. I do like to start with a horizontal pull just because it's more fatiguing than a vertical, more often than not. So we're doing that as our first movement. Then we're going to be moving it on to some dumbbell lateral raises. I normally would prefer to do cables, but I was crunched on time and I just wanted to just grab and go, and I didn't want to bother setting it up. So anyways, yeah, we're going to be blasting it through, and then we're going to be moving on to some heavy hammer curls. This is going to be my main bicep movement, as well as a little bit of forearm for the workout, and we're going to be taking this all the way till failure and tracking everything we do, because it would be weird for me to be working in a company training app and not be tracking my workouts. After this, we're going to move on to some single arm rear delt flies. I really do like this variation at a slight angle here. I'll be stiff arming majority of the reps, and then at the end you'll see that I'll kind of switch it up to this sort of like archer looking pull just to push it a little bit harder and extra and burn at the end. Now once we're finished with our workout, you can see we get a beautiful little recap with all the muscles worked and a bit of our volume as well. And here the very next day, I went bright and early to the Arnold Classic to check it out, and holy lord, it was packed. Everything was busy. Everything was crazy. The Arnold Classic this year had over 100,000 people attending, which is absolutely absurd, so it was packed to the rim. Other than that, all the booths and the exhibitors here were fantastic. It was a lot of really cool stuff. Equipment particularly I was very interested in, as well as like what supplements are currently on the market, such as peptides now, and a load of other stuff. And the YoungLA booth is crazy. And in the middle of the expo is a stage which is prejudging for bikini, men's physique, and classic physique, which is going on right now, and I'll give you guys a few clips of that.
Double bicep. Abdominals and thighs.
And after a quick bite to eat, I decided to visit the Dark Sport booth, which is pretty funny because they had straight up people getting tattoos in the middle of the booth. And I also happened to run into my favorite influencer who was able to say happy birthday to my friend whose birthday I missed because I was here.
I think it's good, it's rolling. Okay. Yo, what is up, Lance? Happy birthday, bro. I told you I'd get him to do it.
Probably one of the nicest influencers I've ever met, and if you ever get tired in the expo, just grab an energy drink. They're everywhere.
Got ourselves an elbow.
And here, me and the founders, Michael and Patricia, finally met up for the first time ever. We actually never met in person prior to this, and they had a flight that was different than mine, so they finally landed, and we all had some nice tacos for dinner.
Wow, that was a serious punch. Oh shit.
There you go. How much is that whole?
So yeah, after getting a nice meal together, we decided to mess around at the Arnold Classic close to the end of the day, so it's a little more quiet, and we decided to play around with a bunch of equipment.
Right? Alright, so went on,
Hanging on to the fingers is Martrovsky, and your winner and second finalist is and Gina Stockless with the...
Are you gonna hook grip it? Yeah. Oh my god, it's gonna hurt.
And finally, on to the next day, we decided to start our morning at Pro's Gym to get a workout in together. And today we'll be doing push, so we're going to start off with the classic barbell bench press. I'm again going to be using the program I created in Boostcamp. I'm just going to be changing up a few exercises here and there because the machines here and what we're doing today is a little different than what I typically do at my gym back at home. You can see that our bench press technique here, we're incorporating some pauses and focusing on some really good technique here just because Michael is aiming to perfect his bench and get that 315, which should be coming at the end of this year. As for me, I'm just focusing on staying alive and not ripping my pec again. Moving on to the next movement, we'll be doing some tricep pushdowns with the V-bar here. I prefer to use the V-bar rather than a straight bar just because it's a little more natural on my wrist, which making sure that we are pushing very hard and with strict form, trying not to swing or use too much momentum. Our next movement is going to be some assisted dips. We're using this machine here and we're trying to focus on getting a very, very deep stretch. This is actually something that I did in order to help rehab my torn pec that I had last year. So we're getting as far as we can without having too much discomfort in our shoulder joints and just getting a huge stretch, even pausing at the bottom in order to help engage the muscles in that deeper range of motion. And here we're moving on to our shoulder exercise, which is going to be just some basic dumbbell laterals. We were going to do a sort of vertical press for the anterior delts, but you know, this gym was rather busy and we had a busy schedule at the Arnold Classic. So for today, we skipped the vertical pressing. But anyways, a good cue to help the lateral raise feel good is to drive the elbows to the ceiling. And finally, our last movement is going to be the pec deck machine here. This is the Arsenal pec deck. And this brand is awesome. This company makes some seriously good gear and it was super smooth. We had a great stretch, great contraction, and it just felt awesome getting a nice pump at the end of the workout. And yeah, with the workout complete, you can see here we have our nice little diagram showcasing the muscles worked and a little summary of what we did. After a little quick post-workout, we decided to meet up with Patricia and head on down to the main expo building to enjoy the last little bit of the Arnold Classic. One of my favorite things at the Arnold Classic was honestly just checking out the fitness equipment and any gear that they have here, which Rogue is top dog, and man, do they have some really cool attachments and fitness equipment for home gyms and commercial alike. And this is pretty cool. Bolt Fitness kind of like flew under my radar personally. I didn't really know much about them until at the expo here, and I was checking it out. They have a all-in-one home training system, which is like a Smith machine, a cable machine, a power rack, sort of all-in-one, as well as storage. So it was pretty cool to see this kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, I had a lot of walking done and talking done, so of course we had to get some food with the one and only Alex Leonidas, who was kind enough to have lunch with me. He's one of the OGs I started watching on YouTube, and it was so nice to just talk and catch up with him after all these years. We haven't seen each other in forever, and you'd be hard-pressed to find an influencer as cool as this guy.
Hey. Health, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video of me and the Boostcamp team heading off to one of the biggest fitness events in the world, enjoying our time, chatting with so many people, and getting to know what's up in the fitness industry. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.